This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Review. What I'm looking at today is Malibu Rescue, a new movie that's going to be a series that premiered on Netflix. And this is an awesome movie. The reason why Malibu Rescue is such an awesome movie is that it was directed by Savage Steve Holland. And if you've seen movies like Better Off Dead, One Crazy Summer, Eek the Cat, which is a cartoon, but done by Savage Steve Holland, you know that this guy is awesome. He has this weird, quirky humor that's very family friendly and interesting. And he reminds me in some ways of Guillermo del Toro in that he wears his heart on his sleeve. I don't think the guy has a cynical bone in his body, and it shows in his movies. They're always very wholesome, very kind in a way, and very retro in the sense that they tend to evoke movies of the past in a more modern context. Malibu Summer essentially revolves around a bit of a delinquent who is sent to, I believe it's lifeguard training at Malibu Beach in Malibu, California. And he's a bit of a dick. He doesn't particularly care about other people's feelings, but he learns through meeting these other people how to open up and how to be a better person. It's not the deepest thing by any stretch of imagination. But then again, I'm not aware of anything Savage Steve Holland has done that is particularly deep. And that's perfectly okay. It doesn't have to be. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's lighthearted, it's not sexualized in any way, shape, or form. And it reminds me in some ways of another Netflix show called The Rim of the World, which also premiered recently, revolving around a bunch of kids at a summer camp and an alien invasion of the planet. The thing is, though, as I mentioned before, there's a wholesomeness to the way Savage Steve Holland puts things on screen. And it's kind of nice to see. It's not overly complex or sexualized in any way. Contrast that to The Rim of the World, which is directed by McG, which is just kind of seedy. It felt to me as if Michael Bay had directed a children's film, in which on the surface it looks like a children's film, but underneath, A, you know it was written by adults, and B, it feels off. And they act off, and they act like little adults, not children. And what's also interesting is that it feels, at least the movie, I can't speak for the series that will spin off from the movie, also on Netflix, but the movie is probably one of the better looking things he's directed. It's oddly cohesive. It almost, in fact, makes it, I don't want to say boring compared to his prior works, but certainly it feels more conventional. There's a cohesiveness to it. It looks more like a movie. I don't know if this is a cinematography thing. I don't quite understand it yet, but this is certainly one of the most professional things Savage Steve Holland has done. Catch Malibu Rescue. Get the whole family to watch. It's that kind of show. It's lighthearted, it's enjoyable, and again, it's a breath of fresh air. This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Review. Peace.